weather and the holidays usually make for a slower housing market in the fourth quarter, but area realtors expect an atypical market this year. Mortgage rates have been on the decline and are now at lows that we haven't seen in 2 years. 9 News real estate expert Lane Lyon joins us live this morning with more. Lane, of course, is a realtor and managing broker at Coldwell Banker. Lane, thank you for being here.
Good morning. People love hearing low mortgage rates.
Yeah, this is a bright spot for people, I think, really at home right now. So with these rates, are you seeing home buyers they're coming off the sidelines? Things are coming down. They're feeling maybe a little optimistic.
Yeah, I might describe it as a tiptoeing off the fences a little bit, which is good. We are starting to hear from buyers who've been in wait and see mode much of the year because of mortgage rates. Lower mortgage rates, of course, can provide more affordability and more buying power for buyers. You know, when it comes to mortgages, I have to say it's been an interesting couple of weeks, really. Right. We saw mortgage rates on the downward trend, which was nice in anticipation of the Fed meeting and cutting that main interest rate. Then they popped up for a second, which really had some people surprised. Mortgage rates are not directly tied to the federal funds rate, but we are looking really good. In fact, I brought a graphic just to show you where we've come and how we're doing. If you take a look, we've got the left side of the screen. Those are the lows coming out of COVID. This is average 30-year mortgage rates. Then we went up. We've been through that period. But look on the far right side. That's the coming down. That tail there is really significant over the last year. We finished out last week at 6.08% for 30-year loans. We really haven't seen that since September of 2022. Wow. So we'll take that. This time last year, we were over 7%. You might remember last October, we were touching 8%. So this really is good news for people who are coming back to the marketplace, although we've been working with a lot of clients who are moving for other lifestyle reasons throughout the year. Right.
And speaking of kind of those lifestyle changes, realtors affectionately refer to the 5 Ds. Can you explain what those are?
Sure. This is a little bit of inside baseball, but we know that people move for a variety of reasons, and those motivating factors don't always have to do with interest rates.
Right.
So here they are. We've got the 5 Ds. First of all, this was nice. You guys put this together. I don't even have to remember this. Thank you so much. Diplomas, people graduating, right? Buying that first home. We're working with some first-time home buyers right now. Diamonds, getting married.
Right.
We want our first house together. Diapers, kiddos coming along. We need more room. Death and divorce also happens kind of less exciting, but happen regardless of the interest rate sometimes.
Right, absolutely.
So these are people that have been motivated throughout the year, and now we're starting to see people who say, I'd like to move.
Right.
And we anticipate we'll see more of that in the fourth quarter.
Absolutely. Okay, so what do you see for the rest of the year? Many people are wondering how low these mortgage rates might go.
Yeah, it's going to depend on a few economic factors. First of all, we've got inflation. We need indicators to say that that's going to stay under control. We've been watching the job market very closely, a softening job market. If that continues, we will likely see mortgage rates continue to go down. Experts are in agreement, though. This is going to be gradual. Don't look for anything major. We have people kind of holding off through the presidential election. That is somewhat typical this time of year. We will see possibly high 5% range going into early next year. We'll have to wait and see. But I must say real quick, there are a lot of opportunities right now. So if you don't have to wait, there are people who've been sitting on the market and would love to strike a deal.
There you go.
So even though prices are still really good, there's a lot of options out there. So take advantage of them.
The time is now, right?
I say
the time is always now, Lane.
Before the diamonds and the diplomas.
Before all the necessities.
Correct, yes.
Yeah, do it because you want to.
I love it.
Lane, thank you as always. You're fantastic.
Welcome. Have a good day.
You on. You too.
Shout out to the lovely Sapphire Grace that's also in the building. Guys, make sure you subscribe to her channel. She rising so great to see that you stay Sapphire because after that hurricane, great to see that you are doing safe and your family is doing well. Also, shout out to Sugar Bump that's also in the building. Great to see you. Go ahead, Jordan. Continue.
So yeah, we about to get into this topic. So as the video we show, hey, it looks like it's if you want to buy a house right now, it's a good time. It depends on what area you in. But other than that, it's gonna be an interesting topic. So I'm starting with you on the spot. Let's hear your expertise about is it a right time to buy a house?
It is because especially if you don't own any property. Okay. So where should I start? Okay. Let me work on my nerves. Okay. The first thing I want to say is interest rates. Okay. So people who have never purchased, and that is who I target on my channel. because there are lots of people in our community who don't own one property, not one, right? So for people who have never purchased and they're thinking about maybe purchasing, or they're not, what I find is most people in our community aren't thinking about it at all, right? So if they're hearing, these, they're not familiar with the process, they're hearing these news reports about interest rates being high. Let me put this into perspective, okay? Interest rates were insanely, like, once in a lifetime low during COVID. Okay. They went all the way down to around 2%, which is wild, crazy, bananas low. Okay. It was an anomaly, right? Where interest rates are now, that 6% is normal. That is the level where rates were prior to the huge COVID dip. Also, to provide even more perspective when it comes to interest rates, because this should not prevent you from attempting to purchase right now. To put it into more perspective, when I got licensed in 2018, my instructor, because you have to take an education course in order to become a licensed realtor like myself, but my instructor had been in the business for 30 years. She was what I call a legend. Okay. And so she pointed to a time, I think it was in the 70s. Do you know what interest rates were? I want to hear you guys guess.
What,
Um,
20%?
0.50%.
Prince is, oh my God, 0.5. I wish. Mr. Hakeem was closer. They were well above the double digits, over 20%. Crazy. And if you think about it, people were still purchasing during that time. So where we are now, right around 6%, even up to 7%, looking at the past 50 years is average. Everybody say average.
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 Thank you.
Averaged.
Thank
Averaged.
you. So I don't want you to freak out, because interest rates are higher than they were during COVID, but COVID was think of it as just an anomaly. It was a crazy time, and that's what it was. Also, if you're renting, you are losing money every single month. Okay?
Facts.
That's a fact. Your rent, you'll never see it again ever. You won't see a portion of it. You won't, it's gone forever, right? So every year you continue to rent, you are delaying your financial building on your financial foundation, which, by the way, real quick, I'll do my financial foundation. 1 month of savings, 1 month of enough money that will cover all your expenses. A lot of industry professionals say 6 months. I target our community, right? So I say 1 month, okay? That's the base of your financial foundation. The second is your insurances. Everything should be insured. You should have health insurance, car insurance, life insurance, all of your insurances. Those are the two at your financial base. People want to talk on social media about investing. Investing is what happens at the top of the financial pyramid. So the base is savings for a month, then your insurances, and then your opportunity fund and your first property. That is a solid financial foundation. 20% for a house that only costs it. Oh, right. That's funny. Yeah. So I want to put all of this in perspective for people, because headlines and news reports are meant to be salacious, sensational, whatever. But it doesn't change the fact that, one, interest rates are average, and two, if you're renting, the sooner you make your purchase, the better financial decision that is for your overall financial picture and your financial future.
Man, you gave out a lot of great information, but the
All
only
right.
reason why people mention a lot on investment, because when
Yeah.
you leave money in the savings account, it don't really gain interest. It only gain about 0.1%, depend on the bank. So normally a lot of investors say put it on a high yield savings account, cause at least your money doubles. Like there's some high
Exactly.
yield savings account that is up to 4%. Go ahead.
Exactly. And your 1 month of savings can be in a CD, can be in a high yield savings, can be, in something that's going to earn you more than the average savings account. But you need to have at least that much money put away, and then go on to the next stack, which is your insurances, and then go on to the next stack, which is purchasing your first property.
Okay, my question. This is my question because there's people that's watching the show and probably gonna watch the playback.
Yes.
There's some people they do want to buy a home, but they just don't make
Yes.
enough income at their job. So what you expect them to
Yes.
do? That's why Hakeem said there's not a lot of job. There's not a lot of people buying homes because of the aspect they don't make enough. So what should they do? Should they get into
I love
marriage
this
or
question.
should they just?
I love
Should
this
they just?
question. I
Yeah, go
love
right
this
ahead.
question. Thank you so much for this question.
Yes,
Um,
go ahead.
okay. The first thing I want everybody to understand is that it's within reach. My last video, my last my last on a spot content, I have a playlist called hashtag on a spot on the channel. I showed you, I showed how many homes? 3 different homes that a person making $47,000 a year can afford. I showed 3 homes that actually sold, right? So I didn't make them up. These aren't things that are in my imagination. And I show you the actual homes. I show you the bedrooms, the bathrooms. I show you what the what your monthly payment would be on a $47,000 a year challenge. That thumbnail is my face and it's a big $47,000 on it if you want to check that out. So if you make less than $47,000, maybe you'll work on income. But most people watching this stream make more than $47,000. So I want to keep that in perspective. Hakeem, did you have your hand up?
I did have a question. So when you said $47,000 income, how
Yes.
much did the houses cost, and what location
Um,
was they in?
you should check out the replay, Mr. Hakeem, who hasn't
I
apologized yet.
Mama, I will, but because
But
there's a point.
I showed 3 different ones. I showed a condo, I showed a single family, I believe, and I showed even, and this was the best one. The last property was the best one because it can help someone's financial future if they happen to be an entrepreneur. So that'll be my teaser for that. But I showed 3 different homes that had sold at prices someone at $47,000 can afford. The
What?
number, it's not about your income, guys. Go ahead, Hakeem.
No. Where was it located? Because that's important. Because here's the
You
thing.
can see the addresses. You can see photos of the home. Go check it out. See,
I am.
people don't know. That's why I'm
Because
here.
if
That's why I'm on
listen,
YouTube.
because here's the thing. If it's in some stick town, how many people want to
I
move
live
to
in
it?
Chicago. These were all in Chicago. I live in the 3rd largest city in our country. We are metropolitan. This is Chicago. This is a fantastic city. All 3 homes were in the Chicago area. I do this, Hakeem.
Outside of the Chicago, the greater Chicago land, or inside the Chicago
One
land?
was downtown. One was a condo downtown with a fitness center and a dry cleaner in the building. I do this, Hakeem. Don't.
I believe it in the
No,
Midwest. I can
no,
believe it.
Now that,
because
but what was the mortgage rate? What is the 30-year mortgage rate?
she ain't
That's what
want
I'm
to
trying to
tell.
find out.
She don't want to tell how much the house. And listen, hold on.
Did I find? I want to make sure this is the video
We're
right
gonna
here.
go to
Is
her
scared to
channel
buy.
because I
You
want
say
to know.
scared to buy a home. That's the one.
No, it says $47,000 challenge or something like that.
Hold on.
No, because I'm trying to put the link. I'm trying to put the link in the chat so
Oh,
people can
thank you
go
so
and
much.
watch it. Hakeem, do you find it? I'm trying
I
to
think
find it right
says
now.
I'm
47.
looking for it right now.
Oh no, it says oh no, it says own a spot destroys Mark the Mentor. I clickbait sometimes, but
No, I'm trying to say. I see you clickbait, so I'm trying to find out. So like, I'm trying to find it for you. Shout out to Just Hear Me Out. That's also in the building. Just Hear Me Out. Happy birthday. Happy belated birthday, my brother.
But while you're doing that, Ronnie, let me tell you something. It's not about how much you make. This is another misconception. I'm here to bust myths today, okay?
Okay, go
Not
right
about
ahead.
how much you make. It's about something called DTI. You can make $1 million a year. You can make $1 million a year and not qualify to purchase property based on your DTI. You can make $47,000 a year, as is evidenced in my video, and be able to purchase property. It comes down to your DTI, which is your debt to income ratio. Your debt to income ratio is simply your monthly expenses divided by your monthly income. All right. You want that to be 30% or less. So you can do a quick calculation. How much do I spend on my fixed expenses? Fixed expenses are your expenses that are the same every month. So what you pay for housing, your car note, your insurance, your student loans, if you're paying those back, take your fixed expenses, divide them by your income. The number after the decimal, you want it to be 30 or less. We like 28. We like 17. The lower, the better. But if you're high, if it's like 0.5 or God forbid 0.8 something, then you have to work on your DTI. And let me tell you another fact. Okay, I'm here to give factual information. That is the number one reason people are denied. It is not their credit. It is not their income, it's their DTI. Go ahead, Akeem.
Yeah, so I get it, but this might so I get where you're coming from. But sometimes some information could be applicable in certain areas. But places like Houston, Miami,
Houston
Los
is
Angeles.
more affordable than Chicago.
No, but Houston is still expensive. This house is 250. Listen, in
Right,
Miami,
but you don't have to buy that.
No, say Texas, Hakeem.
And he
so
still
this is
hasn't apologized to
listen.
me.
So this the point what I was
Oh, and
saying.
I did find the video. The link, the video is pinned. It's not pinned, but
Do
it's
you
in the
got a?
chat, so you can
Is
people
there
go and
another
check it
dude in
out.
the video with you, like a dark skinned guy,
Yes,
like with
that's
my
it. That's
skin
the one.
complexion?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
the one.
Yeah, I
Because
found
he
it.
didn't believe
It's
me
pinned.
either. That's how people get on my thumbnails, Hakeem. He tried to tell me what was possible, and I had to show him with evidence. And so it's there in video form for everyone to see forever.
But that
And I'm
might be in
actually grateful for that.
Charlotte. That might be in
No, because
Chicago.
they coming
Chicago
from
is
they
the
coming from a
third
city like
largest city.
Miami.
So you talking about buying something that's not a fixer upper? We could straight just
I
move
showed
in.
you. You can see photos of the home. You can Google Earth the home. You can see the address. You see, and this is not. And I purposely used homes that have been sold because I want people to see and to note that this is something someone has done, right? So you have no excuse not to do it.
So
The Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey said, if man has done it, then man can do it. And I
Wow, she
also
make it
want to
quoted Marcus
And
Garvey.
Hakeem, you
and
know,
I'm going to
and
go
that's my
further.
and
Whoa,
that's
wait
my
a
mentor.
minute.
That's
I'm
my
going to go
mentor.
further.
mentor.
So someone purchased those homes that I show in that video.
Yeah.
And at an affordability rate of 40. What is your excuse now, right? Like before I came to YouTube, maybe people had excuses, but that is over now. Look at that.
So
That's 3 bedrooms, 1.5 baths,
Is it-
1,500 square feet.
This is on Calumet Avenue. I heard. Is this a safe
Shout
area?
out to Calumet. I used to live on
But
Calumet.
this
Listen.
is safe area. Are you sure they're not going to be
I
working
ain't gonna
out
lie,
there?
but Hakeem 4 bedroom 2 baths pretty good compared to Miami. You get that?
No,
You won't even find something like
listen.
that.
Are you sure
So
they're
that's
not
a
going to
really
say
good price.
on phone? But you see, this the thing. I believe this is a nice place.
Hakeem, I said why you find free information? Hakeem fighting against free information. And just hit me out say plus minimal payment on any debt you already have, like a
Look at
credit
these
card. But go ahead.
hardwood floors.
And
And,
Hakeem,
and I also want to, what did I want to say? He's inflaming me tonight again, and he owes me an apology. But
Listen,
what I want to say is, the 3 homes I showed were in 3 different areas of the city, and one was downtown in the city, in the center, in the heart of downtown Chicago. So, and I purposely did that. I'm purposely doing these things because I have a mission to empower the audience, everybody I reach, everybody I touch, everybody who gets to see my content, to let them know that they can do it. I always say purchasing your first property is not hard. You can do it, and my channel is here to help. And you can just, go through these receipts all day long.
but this is in Chicago.
Chicago is the third largest. There's New York. No, I'm sorry. Yes, there's New York, there's LA, then there's Chicago. Most people watching from any other market will be looking in less expensive markets, which is why I used my own market. Oh, that's my, I thought he was in the chat. Yeah, that's my friend.
No, but that's pretty. Those are beautiful homes. I'm not gonna lie. I love the
Thank
imagery.
you.
But
Look at this new kitchen. Oh my
They are.
God.
but the thing is, it like I said, it's good to obtain a home, but how you maintain a home, that's the issue. Because remember, you still have issues you may have to deal with, like
I love that
roofing,
question too. I love that
plumbing.
question too.
Go right
I love
ahead.
that question. Okay, so If you're purchasing your first property and you live in a major city and you are busy, I advise most people to purchase a condo. My first purchase was a condo. I had zero maintenance because it was a condo. So that is one way to mitigate that off the top. There are a couple other things I'd like to mention. Depending on how of course you can hold your own reserve. You can have a pot of money just put away in case something happens, like we do with our cars, etc. Nobody says, oh, I don't want to buy a car because it might break down or something might break. Another thing is a very motivated seller might offer a warranty on the major components of the home. Also, if you buy brand new construction, it's pretty standard across the country that the builder automatically provides a 1-year home warranty for the home itself and everything in it, every appliance, literally everything. So you have that available. And then my favorite thing, there's a new kind of situation happening as we move toward a more technology focused society. There is a subscription program for the components in your home, like your appliances, your water heater, etc., where the company will come out and service it once a year, as they should. And just by being a subscriber, because you have the subscription service, if something happens to break, they fix it for free.
Man, she giving us good information. I'm
That's
not gonna lie,
simple.
I'm soaking all this in.
Listen,
That's simple.
it's time. It's time. It is time. It is time. And I want to point out something in that clip that you guys played.
Mm-hmm.
What was that first D that he mentioned? What was the first D? He said, "Oh, there are these D's." What was the first D? Do you guys remember?
No,
No.
go back to
Yeah,
the
the
first
last
video.
one. I remember the last one was death and divorce. One was
Diapers.
Oh
diapers.
no,
What was it?
diapers. Um,
One for I forgot what the other D was for Mary and everything.
that
It
was
was
say come
Everything
together.
else.
Remember I said come together. Death and the divorce. Come together.
Yeah.
Children,
the
like
first one.
kids.
The
Let me
first
look.
one was diploma.
Oh yeah,
People
diploma.
are purchasing. Listen to me. I practice every day. I work with very well qualified buyers, and I'm blessed to do it.
Mm-hmm.
My channel is to target my community because I notice that they are not participating at the level that other groups are. We have clients who purchase properties for their sons and daughters on graduation day, at
Mhm.
graduation time. They are not teaching their offspring to purchase 2 decades later, to rent and pay rent for 15, 17, 25. That's crazy. That's crazy. 25 years. And so I like that he had that diploma in there because other groups and other communities are purchasing much earlier. And so that sets us back. Remember, our financial success and the function of wealth has the element of time in it, right? So every year we continue to rent, we're pushing ourselves further and further back.
Not that, but shout out to
And that's
Show Your
important.
Life podcast that's watching us on IG. Of
Bye,
course, Ruthless
Cynthia.
Truth watching on IG, and also Patrick is
Hi,
also
Patrick.
watching us on IG. Shout out to you guys that's watching us on IG. Rumble, of course, nobody. It just don't show you who watching on Rumble. We have 10 people watching us on Rumble. Shout out to those watching us on Rumble.
I also did a video like last year on Houston, Miami, and there was one other, was it Dallas? I did 3 southern cities and I compared places to rent versus places that you can own for less than rent. That's on my channel too. I know for sure I
Mm.
did. Oh, Atlanta. It was Houston, Miami, Atlanta. It's
Hakeem got.
not
I think Hakeem got bit. I think pictures pulling up from Florida. That's what we stay in right now. On the
shout out to
spot.
Florida.
So we stay in Miami, which is very high end. So that way he's showing you the
Yeah, but you
different
have like
prices with
Fort
it.
Lauderdale. Like, be smart. All you need is a realtor to guide you. Be smart. be smart. And I always tell people, I tell everyone, people I'm working with, people I'm advising, people I'm just talking to on the channel, you need to purchase less than you can afford. Whoever you are,
Facts.
wherever you are, your first purchase needs to be, it needs to be less than what you're approved for.
That's very true.
And that's how you set yourself up for success. Go ahead, Jordan. Sorry.
I was gonna say, like I'm out here in LA, and one of the cities that's kind of hot right now, which is like an hour away from me, is Fontana.
Uh-huh.
And that area is really booming right now, and a lot of people that live in the city are moving towards that way, or Riverside, and also Rancho Cucamonga as well.
Mm-hmm.
So yep.
And I want to ask this too, what, as people are thinking about this, if you live in a very expensive city, which you can't get more expensive than Los Angeles, California, or New York, what is keeping you in that city? Like, how great is your job? Are you making, like, the cap amount you could? In which case I can see, why you, or if you have children and stuff like that, and that kind of thing. But for other people who otherwise are not tied down, why are you not exploring other cities where you can begin to grow wealth? It's time to do it now,
Mm.
friends.
I think it's comfortability. That's one, comfortability, and also family. Some people don't. They're afraid to leave their family members, so that's why they don't venture out. And also comfortability. They like, okay, I'm comfortable here, and I like it here, so I don't want to leave. So, but Hakeem mentioned that all the time, especially when me and him have personal talk. He mentioned that all the time. Like, hey, we might have to venture out. We might have to leave Miami and go
Yep.
somewhere up north,
Dallas.
and build a family. He
Yes,
tells me that all the time.
it's about doing what's right for your financial future. If the place that you're in, if you're just there because that's where you came from, or you're just there, what to what do you owe that place? That I think you owe it more to yourself to, to focus on your financial success.
What's your idea when it comes to aspect of marriage? To a man and a woman work together and building a home, or how what is your thoughts on that?
Marriage is cool if you want to do that. It's not necessary, but you can do
Oh,
it.
no,
A
it
lot
is
of
necessary.
You say
not
it's
this
not
one.
necessary? You
No,
say it's
it's
not
not necessary.
necessary?
No, I
What?
happen to
Whoa.
be
What?
a single person who's never going to be married. Which is a
Whoa, wait,
Whoa.
no. On the spot.
you
No.
guys didn't know. Everybody knows that.
I rebuke that.
No,
Okay.
yes, that's a choice. But going back to your question, as it relates to purchasing property, you don't have to wait until you get married to purchase property. I just did a story on Lotto, who recently purchased a property, and I pulled up this statistic, and more young women are, taking that step because it makes financial sense, right? To go ahead and purchase their first property, even though they aren't married. But you can be married, you can be single, and it's against the law for anyone to discriminate against you when it comes to your mortgage, your realtor,
Mm.
your entire process based on anything like that. So you are absolutely protected. No one is there to judge your lifestyle or your choices. They are there to advise you and help you get to your goal of purchasing.
Whew. I ain't gonna lie, this was a good segment. I ain't gonna lie. Thank you so much on the spot. You guys, y'all gotta make sure y'all subscribe to her channel. Y'all
Thank
ain't
you.
subscribed already. I'm ashamed of you guys because he gave out some great information. Link is pinned on top of the chat. Also, I put it on Rumble family. Y'all should have it. The link is pinned on Instagram. Instagram, the only one I don't think you can go directly to the channel, but when we edit it, y'all gonna be able to tag and be able to go directly to her channel. So man, it was good. I ain't gonna lie, it was good. I'm gonna actually go back and rewatch it again. That's how good it was. Normally,
Thank you, Ronnie. Can I say one thing before I go?
no, leave. Don't stay.
Oh,
We're not asking you to leave. I was just saying, all like
okay.
this segment was good. But go ahead. You can
Thank
say
you.
one more thing. Go right ahead.
I just want to say one thing, and I also have a video on this. Down payment assistance is available in all 50 states, everywhere in the US, including Hawaii and Puerto Rico, I think, too. Down payment assistance is available. Okay. So if you don't, so here are the things that we're scratching off the list. Okay. These are not excuses to not buy. Interest rates not an excuse. How much money you have saved, not an excuse. How much money you make, as long as it's over $47,000, is not an excuse. All right. And your credit is also not an excuse. You can get an FHA loan with, I believe it's still under a 600 credit score. So these are all things you can take off the table, and down payment assistance is available in all 50 states. And I have the links on that video. I'll repin it to my community tab since new people will probably be coming over.
Yeah, they're gonna be coming over. I ain't
Okay,
gonna lie,
I'm
you
done.
gave a lot of people's courage. You gave a lot
Thank
of
you.
people's courage today. I'm not gonna lie, you
What
gave a
I'm
lot
here
of
to
people's courage.
do.
You sound
All
like
right.
Dave Ramsey. I ain't gonna lie, you sound just like Dave Ramsey.
Do I? That's crazy.
You do, yeah. Because Dave Ramsey said the same thing. He be like, stop making excuses, go out there and go get a home. Fear is the number one drive in our community. We are afraid. We are
Mhm.
afraid to prosper and we are afraid to win. So, Hakeem, don't be scared. Go get your home. Stop playing. Go get your home.
And apologize to the queen.
Listen, there's some stuff I'm gonna still disagree on.
But can you apologize for misleading your audience and
Uh,
leading them to believe you potentially set people back financially for
but
some time?
but I was talking to the ones who can't afford to buy right now.
She said, not an excuse.
No, it isn't. She said you got to be over 47,000. So if you make it 25,000, you can only live in a single wide trailer.
I mean,
If you're making
get your bag
25,
up.
no, I have another tip for you. Do you know that you can purchase a home using Section 8? If you receive Section 8, a Section 8 benefit, there is a purchase program throughout the country. And let me tell you about this program real quick. Not only can you purchase through the program, they'll give you additional money to fix the home and to purchase other things like new appliances, brand new appliances through that program.
Man, Hakeem,
I'm
see,
done.
no
I'm done now.
excuse. Hakeem, you gotta apologize. No
No,
excuse.
no,
She
I
giving you all
apologize.
the information you need.
But listen, you was very informative. We do got to work together on some stuff. You know what I mean? I
I
like
didn't
the
really get that apology, Hakeem.
no. I apologize on the spot live
For
for telling the truth.
telling lies to the people.
For a small misinformation.
To potentially harm our community.
Our
She
community.
want a real, she want a real apology, Hakeem. You
My
gotta wipe
bad.
your face. You gotta
I'll
become
take
like
that for
Marcus
now. We can
Garvey.
move on. We can move on. I don't want to hold up your show.
Go ahead, Jordan. We got several topics, and plus we got to go to the main topic. But I really do love this segment. This was really, really good. I'm not gonna lie, this was a really good. Guys, if you miss it, guys, make sure y'all go and watch the playback. She dropped a lot of gems. Shout out to No Chase that's also in the building. Go ahead, Jordan, because time is against us. Go right ahead.
All right, before we go to the main topic, I want to talk about this, and this is on DDG, and he's talking about his idea of how to really, if you work a 9 to 5, don't use that